my true seekers. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great on this blessed Sunday. As you can see right here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and comb through Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I think this is part two reunion. I had put the title as Martel catches a case for texting, but Melody get a pass for openly admitting to throwing punches, which I'm gonna go and I decided to just go ahead and just do the entire review of the reunion. So I'm gonna see if my girl is gonna come on Logical Speak. She said she was coming in. I'm gonna wait a few seconds to see, if she's going to come in. Let me go ahead and drop the link. Oh, I see that she's in. Yes, indeed. We're gonna go ahead and chop it up, guys. Yes, we're gonna chop it up. So let me go ahead and drop the link for Logical, because we got a lot to talk about. So again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. And like I say, when it comes to this channel right here, this channel is not for everyone. It's for the ones that's seeking the truth. Like I say, we don't have a team. We are a team, right? We're going to stand on our truth. And that's the bottom line when it comes to that right there. So I see my girls in the house. Let me go ahead and add her in.
And that's the bottom line when it comes to that right there.
How are you doing?
Let me go ahead and add her in.
I see you must, had another mic open. We're going to try to see if we can get everything set up. So when she's, hold on, let me go ahead and get out of this right here, because I got some extra stuff that I don't even need on here. Might add it on later. So I'm waiting for Logical to come on. I see where she came in, but then she went ahead and she dropped. So once Logical come in, guys, we're gonna go in with our commentary. Make sure, like I say, however you feel led, because when it comes to talking about certain topics, people don't like it. They want to subscribe, then unsubscribe. But guys, you should know me about now, okay? I don't jump on the bandwagon.
They want to subscribe, then unsubscribe.
I think you have another mic open, or it might be. Let me see if I have another mic open. Lodge?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, say something again, because it was like a feedback.
Can you hear me clear?
Hold on one second. Okay. I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay.
Say something again.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Clear. Everything is clear. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a wonderful day. How about yourself?
Oh, it's beautiful. Girl, I didn't do anything today. It's kind of chilly down here. And, down here in the South, to us, when it's cold, we act like, we dying down here, okay? Because we're not used to that type of weather.
I know.
Yeah, so it's supposed to hit us tomorrow. I don't know, because they say some kind of cold front is going to come in. So, we're just preparing for all that stuff right there.
Yeah, I think they said 48 states would be in some sort of deep freeze and feel the cold for a couple of days only. So
yes.
Yeah.
Girl, yes, indeed. But girl, we got a lot to go ahead and talk about. I mean, this reunion, it was very interesting.
Yes, it was. It really
And
was.
I was going to talk about, I was going straight into, all the stuff, that happened with Melody admitting of throwing punches. Now, girl, she gurgitating, she's spilling out her own, telling her own self.
Yeah, I believe she's trying to sabotage the her own criminal complaint against him. Why would she say that?
That's it. And we're going to get all into that, but I decide to just go ahead and just do the whole review part two. So we're going to talk about, we're going to start from the very first, from the beginning, okay?
Okay, fine.
Because it was a lot. And like I said, girl, and this right here is for entertainment purpose only. We don't take this stuff personal. We only can sit there and air out what they put out, right, Lige?
Absolutely.
Right. So we're gonna go ahead and open up, because they open up, start, talking about Kiki, being an addict, Carlos King, he didn't cut corners. It's like he just drove dead into it. So what you think about all that right there? Do you think that Kiki, she's still, on drugs, or, she's clean?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but I've had some experience with addicts in my family, and they do go back and forth. They
Mhm.
sometimes they go and dry out and come out and do well for a few months, and they are right back doing the same thing. So, I mean, her actions to me um, says that she might be indulgent. I know Carlos said, I don't know if you heard him say that the staff said that at times she has been erratic.
Mhm.
His producers told him that her behavior has been erratic at sometimes. So I
Mhm.
don't know. I'm not sure.
And when it comes to Kimmy, I believe Kimmy because Kimmy, she's a nurse. She's in the medical field. So if Kimmy, had came out and said that, when she came to the barbecue, she was sweating and it's like she was jittery.
Yeah,
So, some of that right there is signs as well.
yeah. I see a lot of common. I mean, with her acting out at the barbecue, I've seen that in family members that we know are, using drugs. And I believe she was, under the influence the day of the barbecue for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And Melody, she had said that when she had met Kiki and her husband at the storage, that when she went ahead and took the test, and she said that everything was cleared. But they also said that producers went into the bathroom as well. But I want to know, if she had admitted that she's still, using that certain type of drug, then don't you think that it should have been in a urine, or they didn't take the test, or the test, had failed?
well, she says she's been taking the methadone for years. Well, she doesn't have
Hmm.
it for years, but she takes it daily. So I'm
Okay.
curious as to why it didn't show or come up in the drug screen too. I don't,
Oh.
I don't believe Melody or her. Because
Hmm.
it could have been somebody else's urine. It could have been clear water. Because looking at the cup, there was no, to me, it looked clear. It did not
Yes.
have any tint to it to even resemble urine. So, no, I never believed that test was accurate. I don't believe everything that comes out of Melody's mouth. I surely don't believe everything that comes out of Kiki's mouth.
Yeah, because and then I read a comment where someone had said, if you know about methadone, that it does not show on a test. But look like any drug, because if you take, go to the doctor, they'll ask you if you take certain type of, you know, aspirins on the shelves, and sometimes Tylenol's that will show up in your urine. So I don't understand why methadone wouldn't show up.
Yeah, I heard someone on Instagram say that methadone has a specific test. So why would it be one of the drugs that could be in this particular drug screen? Why would the methadone be on the list?
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely, absolutely.
Anything that you put in your body, if you're it comes out in your urine. Period. So
Hmm.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that the methadone wouldn't show up. I really don't.
Yeah, I see Starbucks Lover. She say, "Hey, everybody, everyone, welcome back to the channel." Thank you,
Hi, Star.
Star.
Hello, Star.
Yes, but I agree totally with you. I think Melody, maybe trying to cover up, because first of all, just like I had said on several of my other videos, that I don't think that it was the right timing for Kiki, to come on that show, not knowing that she had addiction, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but I think that they went ahead and they used her just to tear down
Right.
Tisha and Marcel. So that's what I think.
And Melody brought her own. So the last thing, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, the last thing she will want is for Kiki to be take a test and it shows that she's using drugs because she brought her on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I believe very little that comes out of Melody's mouth. And what comes out of Kiki's mouth always sounds like a lie to me.
Yes. And another thing is that when they started talking about all the stuff with Tisha and Marcel, infidelity or whatever they're trying to say, and they trying to go ahead and give Mel a pass because first of all, Kiki was only bidding for Mel. She was trying to get that information so, she can find some dirt on her cousins so she can go ahead and pass it on to Mel. And I want to know why, they just stayed on Kiki and not, even bring Mel, a part of all this mess that's going on.
Well, Melody is, I guess you would say her and Martel are the stars of the show. And it looks like everybody really kind of walks on eggshells around her. I don't know how much pull she has with Carlos.
Yeah. And that's what I want to talk about because even with Stormy got so much to say to Tisha, but yet Melody, was trying to sabotage, as they were saying her business, I'm gonna say allegedly about not stopping her millimeters, for giving Stormy bad reports, coming on her. But it's like Stormy allowed her mom to go under by herself. Now, if it was Tisha, she would have went toe to toe with Tisha.
Yeah, Stormy did pipe up a little bit after her mother blew up because she told.
She say something to Melody. I don't remember hearing she saying anything to
She
Melody.
piped up a little bit. She told Melody that she knew that Melody knew her fans were dogging her out, calling the different stores trying to get her cosmetics taken off the shelf. Yeah, Stormy did pipe up a little bit with Mel.
Yeah, but she didn't, buffed up because you could see that energy, when she go at Tisha. She didn't have that type of energy. She was more chilled to me.
No, she didn't. But she was cutting them eyes over there. To me, she was cutting eyes. And Melody in that tinsel outfit. Yeah, Stormy was giving her the side. Yep.
Yep. Starbucks say, please hit the thumbs up on your way. Please subscribe to the channel, share the video, and comment. Girl, like I said, when it comes to talking about Melody, these people, they try to sit there and prove some type of point where if you talk about Melody, they want us to go ahead and unscribe. But like I said, girl, I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat or jump on the bandwagon for nobody. I'm going to stand on my truth. I'm going to say what I got to say, whether they like it or not.
Yeah,
right?
You're going to call it the way you see it, and that's the way it
That's
should.
it.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
they don't
it.
like it. I mean, I guess I understand why they don't like it. I really don't care. You know,
Mhm.
she is no saint to me.
Not to me either.
I'm gonna tell you what really turned me off to her when she said she didn't remember putting her mouth on it. And just like Carlos said, honey, if you put your mouth on something, you will remember it. So
Absolutely.
that's what's. And I feel like if you lie about one something, you'll lie about something else.
That's it. And that's the part I don't understand because Martel had said that, don't have me to play the record, of you saying that you had a relationship with somebody else. So what's the difference between what Martel saying that I'm going to play the recording of you having fellatio with another man, then Martel sitting there threatening to put the RP. Like I said, they both, to me, whether it's recorded or actual video, is both to me.
He played it when she admitted she did it.
Yes.
He recording her voice recorded. He taped her up. No, he recorded her. I don't know if it was on another cell phone, but he played it, and everybody heard it except for her fans.
Yes.
I'll tell you something else that I've been meaning to mention. Do you remember when Melody said that Martel didn't allow her to take any of the furniture from the marital home when she left.
Yeah, she only took her bags.
Now, do you remember the scene where they were in the bedroom in the season one, and she was folding clothes and started throwing clothes at him?
Yes, that was at the Fletcher's house. You know that. That's where they was taping at.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, one of the scenes that the headboard that's in Melody's bedroom right now is the same headboard that she had and dresser set that she had when she was with Martel.
Hmm.
The same. It's a crowned leather studded headboard. She
Okay, she probably was in her house then. Hmm.
she has that same headboard right now in her bedroom.
Are you serious?
Absolutely serious.
I'm gonna have to watch that, and I'm gonna make. And what season is that?
It may have been either season one or season two.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna make sure I screenshot that. So
They,
the
huh?
same bed that they had filmed when it was together is the same one that's in her
Her
new house now.
right now, the dresser set
Wow.
and everything. So that was
Wow.
a lie. Now she might have purchased that bed set when they were together, but
Hmm.
she still has that same headboard, unless she bought a duplicate headboard.
Hmm.
Has that same headboard in her bedroom right now.
Wow.
Yep,
I'm gonna have to screenshot that. I'm gonna have to go ahead and watch that.
yep,
But let's go ahead and get back to Kiki. You know, when Kiki Tisha went ahead and called Kiki out and told her that you was cheating and your husband was cheating, and she took her own money to give her husband to go and on a date with another woman. That is a mess. See, Kiki, she have a storyline by herself.
absolutely. Well, Kiki said that he came to her and asked her for some money. She gave it to him, and then saw him in a restaurant with a female a little later, and she knew he was spending her money, I guess, to feed that woman.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the trip part about it is she came on. Kiki came on the show to present to Tisha and Melody and the fans Marceau cheating with her and her husband, both of them.
Pot calling kettle black.
Yeah, both of them working out of both sides of their underwear.
That's it.
You know, so I'm like, what kind of hypocrite is that? How you gonna talk about Marceau but you cannot provide any concrete proof? But here you and your husband, both of y'all out here doing the whatever.
Yeah, and that's why they always say hurt people hurt people.
And I think Melody was shocked to hear uh, Kiki admit, yeah, I cheated on him, he cheats on me. Melody looked at her like, maybe
Hmm.
it's something that she didn't tell Melody. I don't know.
I don't think Melody was shot because the only thing that Melody wanted out of Kiki is some kind of some kind of information to tear down Tisha and Marcel's marriage. So long as she get that information, that's all she wanted. She don't like, I don't think that she care about nobody but herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And another thing I didn't like when Kiki sat there and tried to dummy down Tisha's education. I hate when someone do that. To
Yeah,
me, it's like a punch in the gut because for Kiki to come on and call her cousin a dummy and a idiot, or what she say, ignorant or an idiot,
she
to
called her
me,
an idiot. Yeah,
what she called her?
a dummy and an idiot.
I mean, that right there, that was low because first of all, just like I say, Tisha, she's very educated. I mean, she got two masters, a bachelor. She's more educated than every last person that's
Yeah,
on that panel. And for them to sit there and talk about, and demolish her degree, her education, that
mm-hmm.
was to me, that was an all-time low.
Well,
I just don't like that.
let me ask you this:
Hmm.
since Kiki has admitted to being promiscuous in her marriage and her husband, do you think it's a possibility that Kiki may be a tad bit jealous of Tisha?
Of
She's not
course.
stepping out on her husband the way she has.
Yeah,
And
of
then
course.
cut it.
Of course. Yes. And the reason why is because Kiki felt that, she was up there and she gave Tisha a door to try to get, a
I
taste
think
of what she's
she's
doing. You
doing.
see?
Mm,
You see where I'm going? It was
yeah.
a feedback. I heard my voice. I'm hearing my voice.
Okay.
Okay. And so yeah, it's wait, hold on. It sounds like I'm hearing my voice again. Okay. So what I think is that now that she went and surpassed her, that's where the jealousy kicked in because no way, I feel she felt like I'm smarter than Tisha and I had everything going for me, and now, I done lost everything, and Tisha, she's still riding high.
Right.
Now that Tisha is up there and she see that I'm down on my luck, she's not picking me up like I went ahead and picked her up. So I think that's where all the jealousy, is coming at.
Because
It's coming from.
it seems like Tisha has been viewed in the family as a good girl.
You think so?
I think so. The family members, cousins, uncles, aunties, all seem to view Tisha as a good
Mhm.
girl, and with Kiki being a drug addict and sleeping around, and potentially, uh, allegedly, one of her children does not belong to her husband. Um, she looks like the slut in the dope head in the family.
Yes. And I think, she's more like to me, she's embarrassed because she had everything going for her. A professor, come on, at a college,
Yeah,
that's really high. That's really good, especially a black young professor.
yeah.
And all of a sudden, she just went ahead and she hit rock bottom. And like they say, when
It's
it
a little
comes
bit
to jealousy,
Yeah, yeah, she came down compared to Tisha. Tisha's moving up, and
mhm,
she's coming down. So there's some envy and jealousy there, and it ain't going
yes,
nowhere. It's not going nowhere.
not at
One of
all.
them, maybe
But
leave each other alone.
yeah, but what I think is that, I think that they should go ahead and give Kiki another chance because she got a story. She
Yeah,
To me, she's the only one have a storyline because she was so high and she fell so far down, and not only that, she can tell people, about her addiction. And then, she got a storyline. So what you think about, them, bringing her back, which I did hear is a
uh-huh.
possibility she might come back.
Well, who is she gonna film with?
Well, she got enough stuff to, of her own. She could talk about herself, and that's what I thought that she was going to do instead of coming in, bid, doing melody dirty work.
Hmm.
She got a lot, to talk about herself. Especially when it comes to her and her husband infidelity and all this other stuff. She got a lot.
Well, the only cast member, I mean, in my opinion, that she has to film with is Stormy.
Hmm.
Kiki don't want to film with her. I mean, Tisha don't want to film with Kiki. I'm sure um, Kimmy is not interested in filming with Kiki, and I don't believe Melody would want to film with her on a regular. The only person
No.
that will probably align themselves and be an ally to Kiki is Stormy,
Hmm.
and that's not enough. I don't see where it would be enough castmates on the show for Kiki to film with.
So you think that's it with her?
I do.
To
I
be
mean,
honest, I think it's it with all of them because I realize, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about that when it comes to Mel's storyline. Mel does not have a storyline without cutting down Martell because the entire time she didn't talk about nothing that she had going on. All she was talking about is what Martell did. So she don't have a storyline as well.
except for picking with Marceau,
That's it. That's it.
Marceau, and dogging out Martel. That's it. She's not telling the story. She don't have a storyline either. Really, no. I guess none of them do.
I was watching the entire time and I was saying, if she's going to talk about something, that she's doing, everything was related to what Martel did. And Martel, he feeds into all that. She knows
Right.
exactly what button to push when
Right.
it comes to Martel. And we're going to talk about that as well. But let's go ahead and we're going to wrap it up with Kiki. But Carlos King had asked the cast, about how they feel, when it comes to not Martel, Marcel and Tisha, cheating. Are they over with? And how Kimmy and Melody, at first was just going back and forth. And I understand why Melody was going back and forth because she was the one that kept this going. And I was so glad that when Kimmy came and she said what she said, it's time for them to go ahead and let it go. You've been beating this for almost 6 years and you haven't found nothing. And I think that Melody was waiting to hear what Kimmy say so she can go and piggyback off it. But Melody really does not have anything to say because she was the one that really started all this.
Yeah. Yeah, she really wanted Kimmy to go first so that she could piggyback off of Kim. She thought Kimmy was going to say, "Yeah, I think she's in denial." But Kimmy,
Yes.
she said, "No, I think Tisha's just tired. 4 or 5 years and no woman, no evidence, no pictures." And Melody was pissed because then she had to follow suit and say, "Yeah, I think Tisha really needs some concrete proof."
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
wanted Kimmy to go against Tisha, but Kimmy's
Mhm.
not going to do it.
And the only reason why Kimmy is not going to do it because of Maurice, because
Mm,
I don't think that Kimmy really care. Well, she already made it known that she's not really you know Tisha's cup of tea. She wouldn't be friends with Tisha if she wasn't, married into that family.
yes,
Because to me, at one time, it looked like she was catering more to Melody than she was to Tisha.
was. You're correct. You're correct. But look at the position that Kimmy is in right now. With her illness, she wants to keep her husband, and she has to kind of move on over and be a Scot and not, run up Melody's butt because she needs Maurice. She wants Maurice to stay with her. And going against Tisha and Marcel is going to piss Maurice off.
Absolutely, because Maurice and Marcel are very close.
If she hadn't got sick, she probably would still be running up and co-signing for Melody against
Hmm.
Tisha. But that sickness, that illness humbled her, and now she wants to be on the side of her husband. That's what I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe.
But Kimmy also need to come out, her and Maurice with another storyline because, like I said, I'm glad that she was able, to get over that hump when it comes to her, fighting cancer, but
Mhm.
and also with that, not having sex. And I'm sick of that as well. I don't know about you, Logical, but I'm sick of that as well.
Well, but Lady D, what I don't think they have a secure, happy marriage. What else would they focus on but her
Mhm.
illness and sex?
And what did Martel, not Martel, yes, what did Martel tell Ki Kimmy? "I don't see no affection with you and Maurice," and he's telling the truth.
Telling
When
the
they first started, Kimmy and Maurice, all you saw is she's,
truth.
kissing him, caressing him, and playing different roles. Because you remember when she played the nurse and all this other stuff.
Yeah, her
But
flirting with him.
yes, but after that, you don't see them flirting anymore. You
Right.
barely see these people always talking about what they're not doing for each other in the bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, Maurice's been over it. I mean, she's 10
Mhm.
or 11 years older than him. He's over it. To
Mhm.
me, he's over the relationship. Because why would he say all those mean, nasty, horrible things?
Yeah,
And remember, they worked together as boyfriend and girlfriend for 7 years.
that's what I was about to say.
Now, if it takes a man that long to marry, and really, I'm gonna be honest with you, I believe she pressured him to marry her
Just for the show, the sake of the show.
because they were on the show,
Mhm.
and he needed her. to be his partner on the show. I don't think he wanted to marry her.
Mm-hmm.
And he's acting like a man that was pressured to marry somebody. I don't think he wanted to marry her. He was happy just living together. And then
Absolutely. I said the same
he'll
thing.
walk away and go find him somebody his age. I believe she pressured him to marry her because she kept saying, I'm tired. I'm tired. We've been together for 7 years. He didn't even want to take her on the honeymoon.
Absolutely.
He's acting like a man that has been pressured to marry
Mm-hmm.
somebody he really had no intentions of marrying.
Well, after 7 years, you've been boyfriend and girlfriends. I don't think that he was intention, to go ahead and marry her.
I don't think so either. I mean, 7 years of just, and actually he's living in her home, going to school to get his law degree. She was probably covering all the bills so he could do that successfully and really didn't have to work. Yeah, she was, good for that. But I don't think he ever really wanted to marry her. He's acting like a man that was forced to marry.
Mm-hmm.
And then the vasectomy. Remember when he got that vasectomy?
Without telling, I don't think he told her as well, right?
No. And why? She was past the age of having children. Because she's 53 or 54 years old. He had that vasectomy about 4 or 5 years ago, which put her in her late 40s. She wasn't getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And notice once he had that vasectomy, it looked like everything went downhill after that. Her demeanor and everything had changed towards him.
Yeah.
Because I would have questioned him, why would you want to go ahead and get a vasectomy? And you know that I can't have any more children.
Right. Well, like Martel said, I ain't seen y'all kids except for when y'all got married.
Yes. Starbucks said marriage is a contract. People are not jumping into marriages like that anymore, especially if you have asset and the other person doesn't. And really, at the time, Maurice didn't have anything that much because he was just coming out of a divorce and he was in school, right? So really, Kimmy is the one that kept a lot of stuff up.
Yeah, she kept the bills paid and
Mm-hmm.
food on the table. He didn't have to worry about anything but pursuing his law degree.
Yes.
Yeah, he's acting like, to me, he's acting like a man that was forced to marry somebody. And he's not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why else would he say those mean, nasty things to her?
Absolutely.
And then knowing she's ill and he's pressuring her to have sex. If he cared about her or really loved her,
Mm-hmm.
had respect for her during her illness, he wouldn't have done that.
Wow.
I
Absolutely.
mean, I could be wrong.
No, you are absolutely right. But, I think that now they should just go ahead and get past it. But it's just, I'm a type of person, I look in her eyes and her eyes look like it's dead. It's like something is, she's not a happy person. She's not happy at all.
No, she's not. You're right. I see it in her eyes too.
Mm-hmm.
She's not happy. Her body is failing her for a man, and she has a man that she really wants to hold. I mean, she went through a lot to get that man.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I see it in her eyes too. She's very happy.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get back to Kiki because I forgot to say this right here. Why you think that her husband wasn't there? I noticed at the end, her husband is not as supportive as he used to. I don't know if he thinks some stuff of his might come out, or maybe he's embarrassed the way that Kiki is acting on that show.
Well, according to some of the bloggers, and I'm not going to say any names, some of the bloggers that have inside information on her, and I mean, he's not with her.
Oh, okay.
According to a blogger that has some inside information, he's living with another woman.
Wow, and everything is alleged for entertainment purpose only.
I mean, I don't know.
We just giving our opinion.
I'm just going by what I've heard.
Yes.
And I think he was only in two episodes.
Well, after she threw that water on Tisha, haven't seen him since. No, I saw him when it was at the storage when Melody went ahead and gave that test.
Right, right.
That was the last time that I saw him. And I want to make sure I want to talk about this as well because, like I say, when it comes to Kiki, to me, she the only one really have a storyline. Okay, so what about Kiki sitting there? They was talking about when she, was on drugs, how she used to rob her dealer and then go and buy it back with his money. What you think about that one?
And she admitted it. She
She
admitted.
did.
I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to. No, I wouldn't want to. Interact with her on a regular. No.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
I mean, I was outdone when she admitted it, saying I took the money from the dealer, then I went and purchased what I need. I say make it make sense. But I
Yeah,
do like the part where Maurice, when he had said that Kiki sacrificed her cousin to come on that show. Now,
yeah,
to me, that was deep.
yeah. It was. I thought it was interesting, and it needed to be because nobody else has said it, so
Yes,
it needed to be
yes,
put out there. Yeah,
that's it. But who put her out there? Melanie did.
Melody. She
Thank
put her
you.
on because Kiki, Tisha, and Marcel would not bring her on the show because they said she was not ready. Uh, and Melody brought her on the show. And Melody's getting paid back, you know,
Mhm.
put her on for to bring down Tisha with evidence, and Kiki has no evidence against Marcel. So actually, Kiki played to me. She played Melody for a fool.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. And that's the part that I don't understand when it comes to her fans. They don't see all that.
see
Where
it.
they put her on this high
I
pedestal.
see
But
it.
I be saying, and then the thing about it, logical, they be asking me, are we watching the same, the same show?
They
I'm
see.
watching the same show that you are watching, but I'm not all in somebody's butt that I don't know where I can't see the forest from the trees.
We all are watching the same show, but we both know that you see one thing, I see one thing, and her fans see something totally different. Because
Absolutely.
they want to see. They're so infatuated with her so-called beauty and her talent and her boss type of mentality. They overlook everything else.
That's it. And the thing about it is that they wants to call out God, call themselves a Christians, but you don't act Christ-like because, how can you sit there and bring in a addict, and I'm gonna say allegedly, and try to come
I know.
against someone's family, and then you try to cut down this man, and call yourself a Christian. I just don't understand this.
Well, we
And it's
all
time for
know.
people to call her out. I see Jacqueline Moore say, good evening, everyone.
Well, we all know that everybody that claims to be Christ-like and aligning with God and want to do God's work ain't they are demons.
Yeah, because you're going to know them by the fruit that they bear. And
Right.
the fruits that they are bearing, it does not lining up with what they are preaching.
Absolutely.
And that's the part that I don't understand.
Well, I think it's a pretty good form of manipulation to use
Mhm.
the religious aspect the way she does, and people that believe in God and believe in so
Mhm.
we say they're going to be manipulated because she uses those terminologies. God said go. God's got my back. God don't play with me. And some people are easily led and manipulated by those terms, and she know it.
But
I
I
mean,
always say chicken tongue will say anything. The mouth
absolutely.
will say anything.
I mean, we know, we've seen it year after year after year. So many of the so-called pastors, preachers, they have God flowing all across their lips and doing dirt. They're being exposed for doing dirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
and tonight I think that I saw on my notification, I saw one of the bloggers that said that they have some kind of prayer line with Melody tonight. But I say I hope they have when they start praying, talk about unforgiveness, and forgiving, because that should be their number one topic. How can you call yourself having a prayer line when you cannot even forgive no one?
Absolutely.
Make
She
it make
told
sense.
Martel she would never forgive him. What kind of so-called Christian is that?
Thank you. And that's the main thing of forgiving.
The main thing, God forgives us all day, every day.
What you think if he would have held us for all the stuff that we have done?
Absolutely.
So you trying to say, just because, something had happened to you that was, which it was really bad, we're not going to give Martell a pass. But like I said, it takes two to tear down a house.
I believe that. I
And
don't.
we're going to talk about all that.
I believe that to be true.
Yes, it takes two to tear down a house. But the thing about it is when they brought up Martel and Shereé, and first Martel had came out and said, we was friends, and I just hope Martel. Want me to tell you what Martel problem is?
Oh,
He's looking at this just like we are looking at it, but like this is a show and they are actors, so they can come on and they can say something, but it's not true, right?
yeah.
And I think that's what's biting them in the butt, because if you was dating Shereé, then come out and say you was dating Shereé, which you already know from day one. When I saw that, I already told you that it was a publicity stunt. Didn't I say that?
Well, he contradicted himself last night because he said we were not a couple, and then he turned around and said
Yeah,
dating.
that's it. That's it.
So I heard that Sheree dumped him,
Hmm.
but her statement was to Carlos. Her statement was he had a lot of personal business that he had to focus on, and he had a little bit too much going on.
Hmm.
And I think she dumped him. I don't believe they were in love, but I believe they were dating.
I think they probably more
Yeah,
like still friends, because I
I
think
think
he
he
really
liked
liked her, but it wasn't a relationship because,
her.
like, just like Kimmy said, you didn't see them, smooching or cutting or nothing like that.
He said they had fun together. They enjoyed each other.
Going
I
out,
think he liked
yes.
him more than he liked her because he's caught in between three different women at that time. His feelings
Hmm.
for Melody and losing his family and children. His feelings for Arion and that baby, and then adding Sheree to the mix. Yeah, it was a lot.
Yes.
But
But the thing,
go ahead.
go ahead. Go, no, you go ahead.
Yeah, I think he liked her. I think she liked him. But it was a little bit more. You know how I felt about it. I thought it was the best thing for both of them
Hmm.
because he could have made money from that show. They could have collaborated together on fitness and clothing. I felt like financially, and Sheree to me was a more being a more mature woman. She was
Hmm.
more even tempered. I felt like she would be able to be an asset to Martell.
Yes.
But I think emotionally he was tied up between these two women.
Yeah, but also Martell had came out and he said that he didn't even wanted to film. He didn't want to go to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess his team, most likely had told him, to go and, at least people know that you getting over Mel. So just let's go ahead and fix this relationship between you and Sheree. And that's how he was able to walk on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because he said, he didn't want to do it. He said, even, when it comes to TV, that wasn't his thing. That was Melody thing. But right there, when he said that something had came, in my spirit, how, that door may not be for that you want to go through, but that door of opportunity is going to open for you, because God knows the heart. Now, the to me, Melody was the one that wanted to be on the big screen. But where
Yeah,
she's at, she's still on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. She didn't get that door open for her on this big, huge platform on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
yeah. I don't think he expected for Kenya and Candy to come after him.
Yes, and I think that's what he didn't like.
And so Martel is very sensitive. When people come after him, he gets very defensive.
And yeah, we're going to talk about that as well. I most definitely wants to talk about that. And the
Yeah.
thing about it is that Melody, she knows exactly what buttons to push,
Oh yeah.
and and he cannot outtalk her.
No, he cannot.
It doesn't matter how he try. And when he said, if you were at the house, none of this stuff happened because
Yeah.
Melody was telling callers, about you. Just imagine our house was being toxic, and
Well,
Martel said it was not like that in the house because Martel, he most likely he from the old school, he'll shut that down. You understand? But now Melody has a voice.
yeah. Yeah, I think Marcel is the only one that can verbally battle with the women. The other men, I mean, they're toast.
Hmm.
Maurice, he really can't verbally battle with Kimmy or nobody else. Marcel is the only one that can
Hmm.
handle the women verbally with an argument or a disagreement. You know, and he do it so sly and so slick.
And the thing about it is that Melody really gets to hit, I mean, gets under his skin because you remember when he got up, I got this little picture, I think you can see it right here. I mean, he just looked so goofy. I say, you are allowing this woman just to just take all your energy from you.
He looked like a perpetual 12-year-old.
Yes,
Like that.
she makes, I mean, she pulls the worst out of him. And I was thinking, I was because like I say, when it comes to these reality shows, I can take the foolish things to conform the wise. I don't watch other TVs because I know if I watch other TVs, it gets in my spirit, right?
Right,
So
right.
that's why I only focus on one thing at a time because my son wanted me to watch this movie called, it was a series called Snowfall. It's dealing with, this guy, he was some big kingpin, I think
My
he's,
son watched
yeah,
that too.
and that got in my spirit. I had to see the whole thing in one day, and it was like maybe about 10 series. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And, and when I saw the ending of it, I told my son, don't let me know nothing about nothing else on TV.
Yeah, my sons wanted me to watch that show. I haven't yet, but they watch it too. I guess it's a thing for males, black males. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sweetie Pie said, "When you can't articulate your words, you behave like a child."
Yeah.
And well, it's like she tore him down. But the thing about it is that Martel is a good guy, hands down. Martel's a good guy. He just made some bad decisions. But
Yeah.
I was watching Logical. I was watching some of these bloggers. I didn't, click on the video. It's just, how you just see the thumbnail and the title, right?
Okay.
And I was watching, how they were saying about Ariane, she's just a babysitter. And, they were saying, how they say all kind of, they never say anything good about her, right?
Right.
But as I was thinking about all this stuff right here, I was just asking God to give me a revelation. And when it comes to Martel and Ariane, which you already know, I called it on this show a long time ago. I say that these two was married, right?
Yeah, you said that.
I said that because, like I said, when I take something, you can bring it to the bank. That's why I don't worry about these people that comes on my channel, subscribe, unsubscribe, because, like I say, this is my ministry.
Right.
Sooner or later, they're going to believe when I say something, you can take it to the bank. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I was praying and I was asking God, I said, God, give me a revelation when it comes to all this stuff right here with Martel, well, what's his name? Marcel really let it out the hat that they are married, right?
Well, he did say it last night.
Yeah, he said yes. He said your wife, so he did say that.
About it. Yeah.
But I was thinking, this is what I was thinking, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you the mic, is that Martel has a temple. He has a very bad temple.
Yeah, he does.
And I think that even though, he been with Ariane and she knows his ins and his outs just like Melody do because they've been in a relationship for so long, right?
Right.
I hope that he stay in therapy because he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Stay in therapy, but I also pray that Ariane will go back to school because even though Martel already says she's a good cook, she's a good mother, and I knows that she's doing her best, to take care of his kids as well, with that blended family, right?
Right, he said that.
Yes. So children, once they sit there and they get a certain age, they don't really remember the good stuff. They don't remember the stuff that how you sacrifice for them, right?
Absolutely.
And once she started getting in age and she started looking, seeing some hair, gray hair growing, you know, she's gonna sit there and she's gonna regret that all the years that she should have, could have did something with her life and she didn't.
Right. I believe. I agree 100.
So
percent
that's my prayer. My prayer is to go ahead, she go and continue her education.
I don't think she will.
I pray to God that she does.
Her focus is on him.
Hmm.
Her focus is not on bettering herself or going to school. Maybe later on, I mean, she's 30 something. She'll
How
probably be in her late 40s or 50s before, I believe, before she'll do something for herself. Her focus is on him.
how old
And
is she?
I think she's 31, 32.
Oh, she's still young.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's 10, 11 years older than her. He's 41 or 42.
Yes.
Just turned 31, 30 or 31.
Hmm.
Right. Now, my thing with Martel and Arion, I think he enjoys being with her. I
He
think
love her. I see you post on that. Go ahead. Don't let me stop you.
I don't see love, but I do see that he is really into her. And to me, that's because she's so into him. I don't, the reason why I say that is he could have married her within the first year of divorcing Melody. But it seems like for these 3 years, he was still hoping that he could get back with his wife,
Hmm.
to get back with Melody, to get back with his family, and be in the position that he was in. So, to me, Ariane, to me, is a, a 31-year-old woman that behaves like a 17-year-old.
Hmm.
When it comes to Martel, her life, her children, she's not very mature. And a person, to me, in my opinion, like Martel, he needs a forward thinking woman that can benefit him and not be a child that he has to continue to take care of because Martel needs supervision himself. He needs a
Hmm.
strong woman, in other words. And to me, sex, and I'm sure she cooks for him, she caters to him, she bouncing off the walls for him. That's not gonna put no money in his pocket.
Yeah, but I kind of see it in a different way, logical.
Mhm.
I see that he's focusing more on his children and he wants to make sure that his children, have a stable home, that they are not from pillar to pole and they got somewhere where, he could see, especially when it comes to his girls, because you know how it is with them daddies with their girls, right?
Absolutely.
And he want to make sure that, he see his girls, tucked in their bed, and not out there. And I don't think that he really looking for someone that's out there chasing money. Martel, to me, he reminds me, long as you he come home with a clean home, food, and the children clean after he done made a day's work, I think to him he's satisfied. He's not worrying about chasing dollars because he said already he'll give it up, and his main concern is to make sure that he, be the best father, and to Melody, co-parents. So I really don't think that Martel really loved it, Melody, because he had so many opportunities to stay in that marriage. And once he was in it, he wasn't happy. He still was thinking about Ariane. He say, it's like once he get the apples, it's not his words verbatim, but once he get the apples, then he started craving for the oranges, something like that, you know. But if he wanted to stay that marriage, he had so many opportunities to stay in there.
Yeah.
And I think that he really didn't really love the Melody. I think that, you know, he loved the fact that his kids, and he wanted his kids in a stable home. That's how I see it.
Well, to me, Ariane was the fun girl. Melody
Hmm.
was the business. Melody was the level up. Um, you get to live in a nice home because she's going to get out there and get it. She was the go getter. He
Hmm.
was the helpmate. She was the initiator to garner them wealth, and he was the helpmate. He did what his part, but she was the person that made all of the business acumens work.
Hmm.
I mean, even this show, she pursued the show. He went with her,
Hmm.
but she was the one that navigated the show for them both. So
Yeah.
he was twixt in between.
But see, the thing about it is that we can't deny, you know, dim Ariane's education, because if I'm not mistaken, she has her degree in biology, and you cannot top biology with a school teacher. So she's not a dummy. She might act like a dummy, but she's not a dummy, because trust me, to go and get a degree in, you know, nursing, you got to know a lot of, you know, you got to know a lot of stuff.
I didn't
So
know
she do have a degree. She did
I
say she
didn't,
have a degree, huh?
I didn't know she completed her degree when they
Oh,
did the
she did. I remember when she said on IG, oh, she said she have a degree. So
yeah,
she's not a
I'm not
dummy.
saying that, but when they did the some of these content creators, when they did the investigation on her, she did attend that university, but there
Hmm.
she didn't get a degree. She
Oh,
didn't.
well,
She said,
yeah,
she
yeah, but
didn't finish. She said she
yes.
so it when she was on Tasha K. She said she ruined her education and her career because she was so engulfed into Martell she could not study. Hold on a minute. I got to
Okay.
or
Okay. Okay. Sharon said that Martell is a narcissist, and also she says that man sat on a stage and refused to calm Arion, and if he really loved her, he has the chance to come out and say that she is his woman. Now he wouldn't be that. And that's the part that I didn't understand. Why is he on that stage, you know, denying her? But see, the again, he look at it as if he's acting. So maybe, you know, that's why he went ahead and said it, because, you know, he probably say, well, why would I go ahead and talk about Ariane when you don't want to put her on the show? You there, Logical?
hold on one second.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to talk about this right here, what Sharon just said. And all she said, she does not have that degree. Well, I could just only go by what she said. She said that she did finish college. She says she's major, you know, she has a degree in biology.
No, I don't think she finished. I think she
Yeah.
attended the university, but she
Hmm.
stated when she was talking to Tasha K that Martell had her so upset that she had to drop out. She
Hmm.
couldn't finish her degree.
Oh, okay. And this is what Sharon said, logical. She said that that man sat on stage, Martel, and refused to claim Ariane. And if he really loved her, he has the chance to come out and say that she is his woman. Now he won't do that. And that's the part that I didn't like with all that line. And I don't know if he's lying or he's just saying that, you know, he's looking at this reality show as he's acting, you know, just like he said. So he probably say, if you want me to talk about Ariane, then you're going to have to pay me what I'm asking for. Because I remember hearing, you know, in some, I don't know what, where I was, a comment where they were saying that Martel was saying if they want Ariane on there, then they're going to have to, you know, negotiate a huge contract to get her there.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, I did hear that he wanted $1 million.
Yes, well, I think that was exaggerated. I think people had said that. I don't think, you know, that's what he wanted. I don't think she worth $1 million. You do you think that?
No, no. But I think that the ratings would pop huge
Hmm.
if she was on. I agree with Sharon. What's taking him so long to say that he's with her? That she's. I don't understand him. You know, it looks like if
Hmm.
ever he gets in front of Melody, he can't speak about being with Ariane.
Hmm.
I don't get
So
it.
what? And that's the part that I don't understand. They've been divorced for almost 3 years,
Yeah,
and why are they keep reliving that? Even Carlos has said, Carlos said, "Look, I'm glad it's over with now." Carlos, I don't think he's going to try to, put them two together no more because they are toxic together.
yeah. They got in that huge argument, and within 5 minutes of speaking with each other
That's
last
it.
night, and
That's it.
calm Martel down.
And that's the part that really had got me. It got in my spirit when Carlos had to stand up and tell him, calm
Calm
down.
down. Yeah,
And just say that if Martel is married to Ariane, I would have got on his butt. I say, look, you and Melody, you guys are divorced. No way in the world you guys should go back and forth like that unless it has something to deal with the children. And I will sit there and I will let Melody know because see, if I was Ariane, I would say, look, you're not going to argue with my husband. You're not going to belittle my husband. Now, what you and him did in your relationship, you're not going to do it in my relationship.
well, yeah. I mean,
So,
if he cared about Ariane, he wouldn't have so much fight for Melody. Yeah,
mhm. Yeah, because he still got all that. I mean, it's just all that built up. One thing, and she knows exactly how to antagonize him.
yeah, she
So,
does.
and that's probably, I hope that the men go ahead and sit him down because you could see that they was enjoying to see he was acting all goofy.
Oh, they've tried to talk to Martel several times.
But
Marcel,
it let it go now.
yeah, he's not gonna let it go. As long as they on that show together, to me, they'll be battling back and forth.
But it's time for it to stop because the only time they can talk about something that's going on in their life is these two fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. It doesn't make no sense at all.
Well, to me, either of them have absolutely let go.
Yes.
She
And
hasn't let go, and he haven't let go. To me,
but like I said, and logical, when I say something, you could take it to the bank. But I don't think it was a love relationship. I think it was more of a business. And that's the part that they sitting there angry with each other because the two of them, they were more like power couples.
right? They made money off each other.
Yes, it really wasn't a love. I think that it's just that they was good business partners.
Yeah, they were. They did. They were a power couple. They looked good.
Yes,
They
yes.
stepped in the room, and they lit up the room, and they were able to get all kinds of contracts off of them being a power. I think that's the only connection they. I think that's what they're actually angry about, the loss of the business that they were able to create together.
Hmm. So let's go ahead and address what's up W. She says he still loves Mel because he knows he did her bad, and that's Aaron is the biggest fool.
Yeah,
So I'm not into calling nobody's names, not in here, but I think that they both did each other bad because we're gonna go ahead into that part where Melody came out and said that she beat his butt. You know what she said, right?
yeah, I heard her.
We're going to talk about that. Like I said, a woman can be very abusive as well. But the thing about it is that Melody openly had said that Martel never put his hands on her,
Yeah, she did say that.
never put his hands on her. But she is caught on film of she abusing him in the Fletcher's home. She threw a glass.
Hmm.
And now, last night, she admitted that she beated him up.
Hmm.
So, all that right there, the assault came from her part.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. And then the thing about it is when Melody came out and she said that she beat Martel's butt, Callers didn't even talk about that. Callers went directly to a commercial.
Yep. Yes, he did.
And I was going on the bloggers to see if they was going to talk about it. They was laughing about it.
Yeah,
So just like Martel said, if I would have said what Melody had said, you guys would have had my head on the chopping block.
yeah. And here's the thing with that statement to me. That's why I beat you know, ASS. Now, look at Martel and look at her.
Thank you.
If she put her hands on him, to me, he was a better man than she ever thought because evidently all he had to do was hit her once.
That's it. He could have crushed her. He could have crushed her.
Knocked her smooth out. But he didn't.
And that's the part that I don't understand. Why would they sit there and call this man, abusive and, verbally most likely, but he's trying to defend himself from Melanie, which he cannot outbox her when it comes to that talking, especially with that loud pitched voice, he probably sit there and say, she's going to win at all times.
Well, that proved to me that he was never physically abusive to her.
Thank you.
She said last night when she said, "That's why I beat you," and she couldn't say that he turned around and knocked it out of her. Told me that he's never been physically abusive to her, but she's abusive to him.
And that's why I say God would have you to regurgitate that out. And I'm pretty sure all this right here is going to be in the court. That's going to be sitting right there on the judge, on his bench or whatever. They're going to use that.
Right. This case they got going now, she actually sought to me, purposely sabotaging it. Because that
yes.
To say that she was physically abusive to him.
Yeah.
She didn't want to press charges on him to me in the first place. It took her 2 years. And that's because her fans kept saying, well, when are they going to deal with the RP? When is she going to deal with the RP? We want him to go to jail. She had to press charges, else they wouldn't have never shut up. She do not want to put him in jail.
No, she only pressured because of her fans.
She admitted to hitting him last night. Yeah, sabotaging her own doggone
mm-hmm.
Okay, this is crazy.
But the thing about it is that I don't understand why nobody wants to talk about that, because abuse is abuse, whether it's a man abusing a woman or a woman abusing a man.
Oh no, they're not going to, because I would be speaking against her, and they're not.
Yes.
Because remember, their bread and butter is spread on big up in her.
Mm-hmm.
They support her. They'll start losing subs. If she cannot be nice to him on camera. Off camera she can, but not on camera.
Mm-hmm.
She has to say that kind of stuff. That's why because that entertains and pumps up her fan base.
Mm-hmm.
To let them know that she put her hands on him. She know they ate that up.
Mm-hmm.
She's a master manipulator.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And that's all we saying. Everybody saying that Melody, Saint Melody, she do no wrong.
No,
but Melody is telling on herself all this stuff that is out now in the open. We all peeling apart. It's because Melody went ahead and put it out.
And then they say she's put out some sweatshirts saying she's against abuse.
But I know she didn't. Oh my God.
Because she got the God said go, push through. Now she has I'm against abuse.
But yeah, she admitted openly that she abused Martel.
Absolutely.
Make it make sense.
She is very, very cunning, very manipulative. No. That's why she don't have no friends. She manipulates everybody. She uses everybody. And when she's done with them, or they don't serve her purpose, she's done. She don't have friends. You can't call Lauren a friend because she pays Lauren. It's not a friend. That girl works for her. It's not a friend.
Who is Lauren?
Her hairdresser, That's right.
Okay.
All little brown skinned girl. Uh,
Okay. The one that was on the show with her?
yeah, she does her hair. She's her assistant. Does her makeup too, I believe.
Hmm.
And she's always laughing and joking around with Lauren. Lauren works for her. She gets paid to like her. That girl don't have no friends. Nobody.
But I just didn't understand, that right there to me, that was major. And you saw the expression that was on Maurice and Tiffany's face when Melody went ahead and said that.
Yeah,
I mean, the expression on their face.
yeah. Well, what really tripped me out is when Martel admitted that he was dating Shereé. Melody's
Hmm.
whole energy changed. The energy in her face dropped. It's like the blood dropped out of her eyes. And that's when she said, well, in the court documents, the the clerk said you told the clerk or you made the statement that it was a business deal. Now, several content creators have their divorce documents. Said it's not in there. Well,
And that's what I was about to say.
right, it's not in there. Well, she had to dispute him saying that they were actually dating. She had to say that it was a business deal. He wasn't actually dating Sheree. I'm telling you, she still loved Martel.
That's it. And the ones that's coming on, like I said, we got a lot of people in the bushes, in the trolls, and people that want to hear the truth. Logical and we will give you a debate on this right here. I would even put up $100. We could debate because, like I said, all what we saying is what they put out.
Yeah,
All this information is what we put out. Ain't nobody hating on nobody because, just like I said, we don't know these people from a can of paint. We only can go by of all the information that they put out there.
and what we
So
see.
we're not making up nothing.
I
So
honestly believe she loves him more than he loves her.
absolutely.
I
I
believe he
don't.
loves the lifestyle. But I mean, she's not dating nobody. They've been divorced for 3 years. What
That's
is she
it.
laid up, drying up, or either? I can't say what I want to say.
And I really don't think love played a part in it at all. I think that it was just like I said, they were power couples. And, they were so good, beneficial together than apart.
I believe Martell was Melody's first love.
You think so?
I do. I honestly do. I mean, she
Look
was
what look. Go,
21 when they
you
got
think so?
together.
Well, she showed know how to get into his skin. She really know how to push them buttons.
I believe Martell was the first man that she loved and probably ever gonna love.
Hmm.
Some women are like that.
I
They
think
know
he's
the
I think
past.
he's spoiled her. I think he's really spoiled her because he already, he did everything he could possibly to do to please her.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why these fans just don't see it because Melody even said that, he brought her flowers, he pulled out the chair. She didn't see no signs of cheating. He treated her like a queen.
He was home every night.
He was home every night.
He did his dirt during the daytime.
And the thing about it, when he come home from work, tearing down buildings, he got to go home and sit there. His wife done checked out because she didn't want it to be into that relationship. She wanted to be a celebrity. She wanted to go to Star Search. He brought her there. She wanted to come on a reality show. He helped her to get there. It was like he could never satisfy her. I see where Elton has said Melody is still a woman scorned. I want to what it says, I want her actions to match her words. Absolutely.
Yeah. They don't though. She say one thing and her behavior says something totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you wasn't a scorned woman, first of all, she wouldn't have brought up Sheree name. She wouldn't have sat there and said anything to fight with Martel. She would sit there and she would talk about all the stuff that she's got going on, those
Absolutely.
7 different businesses she's doing, right?
Absolutely.
And that's all we saying, guys.
If she wasn't still, like you say, scorned and in love with Martell, Shereé, like you said, Shereé would have never came out of her mouth, or Arion, because she made the statement. Well, the kids say that she's there every day. That's all she's concerned about, who he's with. I don't know why her fans don't see it.
And why would she worry about that?
Right.
But I do understand. Let me stop. Let me take that back. Let me take it back, because if I was in her shoes, I would, it would get to me as well. So I'm not going to be that hardcore. Yeah, I would get upset, especially a woman that was in my marriage. I would be upset about that as well.
Of course.
Of course, what woman wouldn't?
But once you're divorced, and they've been divorced, this will be year 4, you move on.
Yes, but I remember I was trying to find that clip. I remember Melody had said that it would be all right for him to have any woman that he want except Ariane. That would be really hard on her. You remember she saying something like that?
Yeah, I remember her saying that anybody but Ariane, but I don't believe that's true, because she making snide remarks about him when he was dating Shereé.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It would have been anybody, right? That's what you're saying?
I don't care who Martel be with. And she's called all of his so-called women WHOREs. Him and his B's. If she was, it's not just Arion, it's any woman that he's going to be with, period.
Yeah, yes, because Shereé's name should have never even came up.
Never. Should have never, if she was over Martel, her name should have never came out of her mouth. But she's not over him. And she probably never will. I know women that once they were hurt by a man that they loved deeply, they never get over it. They hate that man forever, for the rest of their entire life. A couple of women in particular, a couple of relatives, was hurt 40 years ago and still have not got over it.
That's it. But like Martel said, what she should have done, she should have kept all her personal business. She should have kept it to herself until gradually, then you start peeling the layers. I think they should have just stayed on what the show was built off of, being entrepreneurs, and, talk about that. Then whatever said there come later, I would, then I would tackle that. But Melody, she went on social media and she put her own personal business out.
Her focus from day one was this:
destroy him. You have to destroy
him. Her focus
absolutely.
From day one. Yeah. If her focus was on business, she would have touched this infidelity lightly, and then she would have went on with the business acumen of her life. But from season 1, episode 2, it's been constantly the infidelity. Her mind was never on that particular building business that they had. Now, I think she always had intentions on bettering herself. And she used the money that they made together to launch her cosmetic line. Smart. She was smart. Very smart. They made that money together.
Yes, because he got her out of the school system and made her the face of his business. So
they made that money together.
Quite obvious, he loved it her, and then she took and put the license in her name. So, there was a power couple. They was doing so good together.
Right.
And I think she would have stayed in that marriage if she would have never came on this show.
Oh, yeah. But she's doing exactly what she planned. Melody is the planner. She laid down probably for a couple of years and planned this.
And plotted this.
She is a calculated planner.
And that's why it's backfiring, because you never win when you play dirty.
Well, without her fan base, she wouldn't make a dime. That's why she can't never leave this show. I mean, she has her own network now. She could go there and still keep her fan base, because they would come over there. They would do the same thing over there that they're doing over here.
But see, they're not going to support her like that, because you know how when it comes to stuff like this, they want to see Melody and Martel fighting back and forth. Now, if Melody say, I decide I want to just go ahead and leave Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and I want to focus on my own thing. Do you think that them fans gonna follow her? They're gonna support her for a while, but
Yeah,
after that, they're gonna start weaning off of her because, like I said, they wants to see Melody sit there and stand on this high pedestal and chop everybody else down.
yeah, they're addicted to her drama. So
Yes, that's what they are.
off. If she just went to Nubia Network and just did her business acumen over there, they wouldn't have enough because they fell in love with her over the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Have to do if she had a show over there, it would have to focus on the same thing, being mean and nasty, cutting everybody up, cutting everybody down.
Yes.
And she can't take that everywhere. I mean, what she's
Yes.
on Love and Marriage Huntsville, she cannot take to Nubian TV
That's it.
because she's
And
not the only owner over there. There are
oh,
other
she's not. She's not.
no. There are other people that are in business with her over there. There's a female
Okay.
man, but I don't know their names. I've seen them because I went on the site. And president of the company, co-CEOs, she wouldn't be the only person over there. So she can't take this drama over there.
Yes.
You know, that's why she can never leave Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like you said, they're not going to follow her over there for her to be just a business
Just for a
person.
little while, maybe
Yeah,
for a little while, and after that, they're gonna wean off of her.
they will get bored.
Yeah, they're gonna wean off of her,
Nasty and mean to people, you know. And of
and
course,
that's that.
Mexico can't follow her over there, you know.
Yes, and I always know you are very accurate, so I'm gonna go and do some investigation because I remember Ariane had said that she had gotten her degree in biology.
Well, you check it out.
And I'm gonna check that out because also remember Martel had said at the reunion when Melody was trying to go ahead and, you know, talk about Ariane, where Martel had said y'all both went to the same school and got this, something like that. He said something to the fact.
Yeah, she went to AMM,
Mm-hmm.
Alabama University, but she didn't finish. If you go back to
Okay.
the interview with Tasha K, she speaks about her not being able to finish school because she was so
Okay.
on Martel, she could not study.
Okay.
She dropped out.
Well, I hope that she just don't just be in that house, taking care of, children, and she's very beautiful because, like I said, I had married young, very young, I was a child, a baby,
Yeah, I get you.
and being in the house, and like I said, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna regret all that. You're gonna,
Oh
like I
yeah,
said, I'm happy, because I want to see my children succeed, but also you got to take care of you too. You understand what I'm saying? And she gonna regret that, if she does not do something, for her.
her focus is Martel. Period. I think it's always
Yes,
gonna be Martel. It'll be if she ever focuses it on herself, I would be surprised.
yes.
You know,
And I think that what's her name? Ariane and Martel, I think that they have some type of business going on, right? They building up homes, right?
he's building a home.
She said we are.
I
It's on Instagram. She said their
know.
home.
But you know, the content creators looked it up. Whose name is on the documents for that home? Her
Oh,
name's
okay.
not on there.
Oh, it's not.
Nope, not at all. His is, hers not.
Hmm.
You know,
So
so
did they show the document because they'll say anything because
no.
I got to see when they put something out because they so biased.
I mean, to me, it's crystal clear. Unless they are married.
Hmm.
If they're not married at the time that he purchased that lot and got that contract, she can't go on the deed.
Hmm.
You know,
So do you think what I had mentioned it the last time you and when it was yesterday, do you really think that Melody, the reason why she's doing all that because she's trying to make sure that Martel never come on another reality show because he know if he come on he's going to have to bring Ariane and she does not want her to be, on TV. So do you think Melody is trying to sabotage Martel because, he don't want her Ariane on the show?
think Melody wants Ariana on the show. Um, I think Martel do because he want her to have a check. He knows she will get her own check for her and the baby. I'm pretty sure she'll get the check for the baby, or he will. One of them.
Hmm.
Um, it would be good for her. Then he don't have to solely take care of her because she's not working now. So who's paying her rent? Who's buying her food? Who's paying her car note? It has to be him.
Hmm.
So I'm sure he do want her on the show, and it is his. That's who he's with. And somebody made the statement today that he married her to keep her from being able to testify against him.
Yeah,
And
I don't believe that.
I don't know
Yeah, I don't believe
why
that.
to testify against her husband.
Yeah, but I don't believe that. If he married her, he married her because it's a long time relationship. They've been in so long, and he loved her.
You think so?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah, because one man that is going to another woman with your kids.
Mm-mm.
So you got to have some type of love, and I truly believe that he do. He allowed her to tear down his entire house.
I don't know. I still I hear you saying that, but I
Hmm.
just don't. I see him enjoying being with her, but I don't see her being the woman that he would want to be married to.
You don't think so?
I just don't.
Mhm. Because usually it's the way that you're saying, because most men, when they cheat with a woman that have destroyed their home, they usually don't stay with the woman. They'll move on to somebody else.
Right. I mean, I just don't see her being the woman that he would want to be married to. I could see him
Hmm.
continuing to, hang out with her, do what they do. But I just do not see it. I know you've said it. He loves her. He wanted to be married to her. I just don't see it.
I see it in the spirit that he does.
Yeah, I don't
I
see it.
think that I think that he love her, and she worshiped the ground that he walks on. I
Oh yeah,
just don't want to see her just stuck in the house, because she's a very beautiful person. I don't care, what they saying out there. I just wants to see, maybe because I'm a mother, and you know how it is. We want to see our kids, we want them to
right,
succeed.
right. I,
Um,
I just don't.
I'm all for education, especially when it comes to your children.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would love to see her, why, like, this is the opportunity right now. All eyes is on her. I don't give a care how they saying they wish her go away. If you wish her go away, why, when a minute when she comes on, social media, you got her, right there on her, on her Instagram page. So I want Ariane to go ahead and take this opportunity, and go, because Martel made almost $2 million, which the IRS probably took some of half of it, and whom else. Take some of that money and go back to school
Yeah, I agree. She needs to
and
get her.
get your education, because she's not liable to just sit home with somebody else's kids.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's going to use up her youth. I don't think
Mhm.
she is the woman that he wants to make because he's used to a prosperous woman, a woman that
Uh,
has some clout, a woman that has some stature in the community.
mhm.
Everyone don't have none of that. It's the woman to
Yeah.
fool around with. It's the woman to, have fun with, play around with, joke,
Mhm.
but it's not the woman that I see him wanting
Mhm.
to be married to. You know, she has
I
no
don't know.
she has no clout in the community, and Martel is a person that wants to be viewed as a businessman.
You think so? He don't come across. He look like a family man, a person just want to just make his money and enjoy life, and go home to his family. That's the type of man that I see him as.
I still think he wants to be viewed as a businessman in the community. Now,
Yeah.
to be a multimillionaire, I don't see him wanting that.
Hmm.
But I do see him wanting to be successful and looked at as a man of stature in the community.
Hmm.
I don't think he want, definitely don't want to be on TV.
Yeah, I
But
don't think he want to be on TV, but
right,
like I say, that's the opportunity is open, and you know he can just wise open, just go straight through it. But if they come back season 7, no way in the world I will come back and still beating this dead horse. If I cannot tell my reality, bring on my partner or my wife, whomever I'm with, then it will be a wrap. It definitely will be a wrap for me.
According to the content creators that do follow him on his IG, they said that he has removed Love and Marriage Huntsville from his social media
Hmm.
platform and everybody on the show.
He did.
That's what they said, including Carlos. He deleted
Wow.
and deleted the show off of his, I guess, Facebook and IG page. He's not following any of them.
Someone say, and see, this is the part that I don't understand, and I just hope they stop this because, first of all, I do not know. We do not know these people from a can of paint. And for What's Up W to come on and say Martel Channel, bye bye haters of me, Mel. They hate Mel. I mean, these people are insane.
No, it's not hate. I don't like
What she
the way
do?
she moves or how she interacts
Yes.
with her castmates and other people. But it's no hate because I don't know her. I don't
Yeah,
like the way
absolutely.
she moves as a person among the cast. You know, but it's not hate. It's not hate at all.
No.
No, it's not. I mean,
And
you
like
can
I said,
like a person and not hate them. You know.
that's it.
So I mean, but that's a customary thing for Black people to say when you are not aligned with somebody that they like. You hating on them, or
Okay.
it's very customary. They don't understand the concept of you dislike something about that person. You're hating on them. That's what
Hmm.
Black people think. You know, nobody hating on her. Nobody hates her. I don't
Hmm.
like the way she navigates the people that's around her.
Hmm.
It's a whole lot of people that I know. But I don't like the way they move in the community. Or I don't like the way they move in the friend groups. I don't hate them. I just don't like the way they interact with people.
That's it. Like I say, when we look at this, we look at it, as entertainment.
Yeah,
And if you air it out, if it's not on that show, then you're a free game. But we're
right,
gonna call it as we see it.
right. And it's not hate. It's
No,
dislike.
it's not hate at all. I just hope that they learn to see that. But they're going to start seeing it because, like I said, everything got to come to an end.
Well, um, one guy said that only 20% of the people that watch these shows are going to see the show for the show. The,
Hmm.
the other 80% is pretty much going to see what they want to see.
Wow, that's a high percentage.
Yeah, and he said 80%, and I believe that to be true.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh, I remember when the show, when it first came out, it was getting like the ratings were up in the high 800,000s, a
Hmm.
million. Now it's dropped down to about 300,000, and really sometimes 200,000 viewers each week.
Wow, that's very low.
It's low. Now, how do you go from the top all the way to the bottom if she is supposed to be the star? Everybody loves her so much. Why did they lose? Because I watch it free. I would not pay the owner for the crap.
So you don't watch it on network?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Wow.
I'm not gonna watch it. I used to in the beginning, but the only
Uh-huh.
I'll pay for it out of my pocket is if I can see some fairness. You know, this one-sided crap, I ain't going for.
Wow.
Pay for it, and it's a whole lot of people that watch it free. They are not paying to watch it.
Yes.
You know, her fans are, but a lot of them they full of it because a lot of them are content creators and they need
Hmm.
subs. They
So they're
have
gonna keep it. They got to keep it
to
going.
keep it going. And
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say the name, but one content creator stated on her show that she was contacted by a group asking her, since she did do reviews on Love and Marriage Huntsville all the time, they
Mhm.
wanted her to favor Melody and speak negatively of everybody else on the cast.
Wow.
And she refused to do it. So,
So they
of course, she only has about, no, her subs have went up. But her sub, it took it a long time for her subscriptions to go up. But
Mhm.
if she was to agree to big up Melody, her subscriptions, some kind of way they were going to guarantee her a certain amount of subscriptions.
Mhm.
So, yeah, a lot of them have to continue to support her and dog everybody else. If you notice, they all do the same thing.
Absolutely, because since I've been talking about this week, I lost about 8 subscribers. But they got to realize that when I come on Logical, I come on because this is what I enjoy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whether, like I said, I've been telling you alive, I don't want them to click like and subscribe, but I'm not going to sit there and compromise or tickle your ears, or, something that you want to hear. I'm not going to do that.
and it's only a
Even
few.
if I got to come in here,
Yeah,
sometimes I come in here, it just be 1 or 2 people, but I
yeah,
still say what I need to say and I bounce. I go about my business because I likes to talk. Like I said, this is my ministry.
and it has to be the truth.
And it got to be the truth.
You know, it's only a few content creators that don't just come on here and dog everybody else and big up her, and they don't have a lot of subscribers. They know they're
Hmm.
not going to get them. A couple of them started out being fair and balanced. But once
Hmm.
they realized where the subs were, they started constantly favoring Melody regardless and dogging everybody else. And their subscribers shot up.
Yep. And I promise you, most of them that sit there and do things like this, if that show were canceled, their channel most likely cancel as
Right,
well.
right. And
They
here's
wouldn't have nothing else to talk about.
these people are trying to pay car notes, trying to pay rent, trying to pay car insurance, so they have to.
Yes. Phyllis say hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Phyllis say hello, Lodge.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hmm.
Phil. And I understand, you know, that they want those subs and they want to make that money. But crawling all over and dogging out everybody else, to me, just don't set well. Sorry.
Hmm.
And it turned me against her,
Hmm.
you know, because I've watched her be mean and nasty to Tisha. I've watched her be mean and nasty to Destiny unnecessarily. That ain't cute.
But
I
the
mean,
thing about it is why it's like they take their head and they stick it in the sand. They don't, you know, she don't take accountability for nothing that she do.
nothing. I've heard some of them say they don't care what she do. They don't care.
Absolutely.
They don't care about Tisha and Marcel's marriage. They don't care what she do. They gonna support her regardless. They don't care
Mm-mm-mm.
how she treats anybody. I've heard them say that.
Wow.
Uh, I can't get down with that.
And you remember when we had talked about when Maurice had said that Kiki, she sacrificed her cousin to get on that show?
Yeah, she did.
Who do you think that Melody sacrificed to sit there and help, to come on this show, to make this show? Who do you think she sacrificed?
I mean, in my opinion,
Her family.
her family, her kids.
That's it.
Um, in my opinion, her kids was a sacrifice
That's it.
because at some point, I mean, the oldest girl got to be almost a teenager. At
That's it.
some point, you're not going to be able to keep them off of social media because they'll have their own cell phones and they can sneak and get on and see everything that's been said and done. So to me, she sacrificed her kids,
Her entire family.
her entire family. I don't know. I don't get it.
That's it, because a lot of them saying that, they want to see Melanie have full custody of her children. But
No,
and like I say, this for entertainment purpose only. Alleged. Do you really think that Melody want full custody of her children?
no. Then she couldn't travel the way she wanted to.
Thank you.
She's got those kids for that week. She can jump on a plane and go to Costa Rica, Mexico, go wherever she want to go. She don't want them kids full time.
That's it. What she say? She book and ready. Ain't no. She ain't had her kids nowhere in the mix of that. What she say? She book and ready, right? How can you be book and ready and you got small kids?
Well, if one thing, he's a good father.
Thank you.
The week that he has them, those 7 days, she ain't got to be worried about because she know he gonna take care of them.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
If he was a piss poor father, she couldn't do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So she, twice a month, 14 days, she can be free and go do what she want to do. She ain't giving that up.
No, because that's what she wanted.
She don't want
That's why when Melody, that's why when Martel say when he used to go into the home, he had to bathe the kids, he had to cook, he had to read to them, and
Yeah,
when they was coming to his house, he said he stopped them at the door and tell them to put their clothes in the laundry room, in the washer.
yeah.
So you mean she wasn't washing the clothes? And another thing, when Ariane went on that shopping spree and bought all those clothes, you mean the kids look like they should have had a wardrobe full of clothes? Why they need to shop for clothes for the kids?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that was for when they come
Yeah,
here.
to the house they'll have their own clothes.
They don't have to pack a bag.
Yes, because Martel, I think he's like a neat freak or something like that.
Right, right. So I believe those clothes were purchased for Martel's house. So when
Hmm.
they come, they got pajamas, clothes there, and then when they leave with whatever they got on, and they go home to their mama. What they came to him with.
Yes.
She ain't worried about them kids. She know Martel gonna take care of them.
And that's the part that I don't understand when they say Melanie need to, and guys, like I said there and say, we only can talk about what they put out, and we're not going to sugarcoat. You guys, when you talk about other people, y'all don't sugarcoat. Y'all say what you want to say. And
Oh,
I do not think that
it's
Melody,
not
she wants full custody of those kids. And what about the part you remember when Melody wanted to go and spy on Martel when she took one of her kids? You remember that?
a couple of times. She did that a couple of times, according to.
Why would she want her children to see that?
I don't know, girl. I know I never. I made sure I didn't go in that direction. I sure
Involve your
my
kids.
kids in that direction. I didn't want my kids to see that crap. But no, she don't want full custody. Her fans want her to have full custody because then, I mean, it's crazy. You know,
Mhm.
the kid should be with a parent. If she has full custody, when she get ready to hop on a plane, then she got to come up with a babysitter.
Mhm. And what Martel said last night at the reunion, oh, it's nothing wrong going on in my house. In other words, he was saying that Ariane, she's good to the kids.
Right. I mean,
And that's the part that really, has stood out because he's too comfortable, and I'm not going to be no babysitter.
well,
Because those kids got to grow up, and when them kids get 16 years old, when those children get 16, you can't tell them nothing.
right. But she want Martell so bad. Yeah, she gonna babysit, come over there and cook
Hmm.
and clean when they there. Uh, because I believe she thinks it makes her closer to him. You know,
Yes.
she's gonna do it.
And if she's going to do it, I hope she get a spot on the show where at least she can make a lot of money to do it, because I want to see her have some kind of cushion. So
Yeah,
when she look back over her life, it's like, she didn't do all this for nothing. So
yeah.
if she see her bank account with millions of dollars because, she taking care of somebody else's family.
Right, and I think that's why he want her on the show so that she can benefit, make
Yes,
some
so she
money.
can benefit. Yes,
Right.
that's the right word. Hmm.
I think that's why he want her on the show too, so that she
Yeah,
can make some money on her own.
because if not, she's going to regret it.
Yeah. Yep. Of course. I wish they could split this up and have two shows.
A
So
spinoff.
right, he can have his show, do what he want to do, have his castmates, his friends, and she can have her show.
Well,
So
at first they were saying that she was trying to get on. I don't know if that was true. What is this? Hip hop love in Atlanta?
they said she wanted to be on RHOA, but that would never work.
You don't think so?
No, no. The personality of those women and her personality,
Yes.
it would be good drama because they would clash like I don't know what. Can you see Kenya would eat her alive?
No, that's not Kenya. It's the one with Scrappy.
Oh no, she's
That
too old for this show.
oh, you think she's too old for that one?
To me, I mean Mama D and them on there, but she wouldn't fit on that show either.
Yeah. Oh, she'd be fighting.
Yeah, they'd be. Oh man, Spice. Uh, yeah, that child knew her new butthole on that show.
Mm.
Coming on there, walking around with her head all up in the air.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I can say, is that Martel, he's going to have to tell his royalty next year. If that's who he's with. All that line Martel need to do, he need to just stop it because they
Yeah,
might tell Martel, look, don't say this.
yeah,
Just wait. But it makes you look like a fool. It makes you look like a fool, Martel.
yeah, I really do. He speak his truth. Whoever he's
And
with, Miss Arion, say I'm with her. We together. You know, I don't get it.
and
Like,
he owe it to her. He definitely owe it to her.
yeah, he do. But she's been so willing to have him with so little.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no respect. I mean, him calling her a peasant. She stayed with him. She had the baby after he called her a peasant.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I don't know how many times that he wanted to be back home. And he would have never done it if he knew he was going to lose his whole family. That's
Mm-hmm.
denouncing her. He dated Shereé. She was big mad about that, but she took him back. So she
Mm-hmm.
wanted to take whatever, scraps she can get.
But she didn't say too much about Shereé because she knew that was a publicity stunt. I didn't hear her come out to say too much about Shereé.
Oh yeah, she was big mad.
Oh, she was saying some
Oh
things
yeah. Oh
because I
yeah.
never really saw her actually. Because every time she come on live, I be on a page.
Well, she made the statement that he could have told her the truth, but he
Hmm.
got him an old beat.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember that
During
absolutely.
that time, she was basically losing her mind because
Okay.
Shereé, you know,
Mm.
she,
So do you think?
I
Do
love
you think? What you say, Lodge?
her. She told him, "I loved you.
Okay,
But you
okay.
slept with me." You know, yeah, she
So
was.
do you think that the ratings would go up if she come on for season 7?
Oh yeah, I believe it would.
Yes.
Who wouldn't want to see that?
Hmm.
I mean, I hear a lot of them say they wouldn't.
But they're gonna be smack dab
They
in the
would be
middle.
on there because they would want to see how they interact, how Tisha and Kimmy interact with her, how Marcel and Maurice interact. Oh yeah, the ratings will shoot up.
So by Marcel coming out and saying that, the reason why he can't talk because of his wife,
Yeah,
do you think Marcel was just opening the door
it could
for
have been.
Ariane to come through?
It could have been the segue to open it up,
Yes, yes,
for next season.
yes.
But
Hmm.
yeah, if he bring her on there, them ratings gonna shoot up.
Yes.
I mean, they may not admit that they watching the show, but it's gonna be evident
Oh,
based
they,
on the
they
ratings.
gonna be they gonna be watching it like Stormy be on the show. You know how she'd be looking with Tisha all booted up. Her lips, they lips gonna be touching their nose.
They said they were gonna dog. They gonna dog her. That's what the story is gonna be. Well, I'm watching it because I'm gonna dog her, but they gonna be in it.
They gonna be in it.
They're gonna be in it, all in it with both feet. To me,
Hmm.
who wouldn't?
Yeah, but the only way that it can happen, they gonna have to stop focusing so much on Eric. What's her name, Melody, because those producers, especially when it comes to editing, when they want to go ahead and cancel someone, get them out, they know exactly how to make them look bad.
Right,
So long as they keep shining a light on Melody, then the fans is not going to draw away. But if they start giving her bad editing and giving her less airtime, then I think that's the only way that Arion Curry gonna be able to walk through.
Yeah, I believe if he
You
could get
think
her on
so?
there, yeah, if he could get her on there, they gonna watch. I mean, it happened on Married to Medicine. I don't know if you watched that show.
Yes, I watch it, but I don't talk about it.
Well, Dr. Greg, he was married to Quad.
Hmm.
He divorced him and Quad divorced. Now he don't marry somebody else and brought him on the show. And now Quad is off the show.
Yeah, but that was crazy. I don't know why would they want Sweet Tea over Quiet, because like I say, Quiet was the one that really, brought the ratings up. Because I don't think that Dr. Heavenly and well, not Dr. Heavenly. I like Dr. Heavenly. What's her name? Jackie, Dr.
Jackie is
Jackie.
wrong.
Dr. Jackie, she's not gonna bring the ratings in.
No, Simone.
So they should have went ahead and just kept Quiet in, because Quiet made the show. Because if they banking on Sweet Tea, to me, it makes no sense. Because
Yeah,
I think that, she came on as a fan of Quiet's, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know how she got on the show.
Well, they say as a fan of Quiet because she came in, wanted quiet life in quiet house. Now you know good and well, if a man sitting there married to me, he gonna have to get me a brand new house. I'm not gonna sleep in the same house your ex-wife was in and everything looks the same way.
Well, she boasts, Sweet Tea boasts about redecorating everything and bringing it up,
Okay,
taking
yeah.
the Quad head in there. You know, so it's been done. So Martel could do the same thing if he. I believe he would have to marry her, be married to her in order to bring her on.
Hmm.
Like Dr. Greg did, he married this girl and brought her on. You know,
So
uh,
do you think that it's going to work if Melody, because like I say, money is money. Ain't nobody worrying about nobody's feelings. But
absolutely.
so it doesn't matter how Melody feel, if they want those ratings and they want their show to stay, they're gonna bring her on.
They're not
But
gonna care about her feelings when it comes
they're not
down.
gonna care about her feelings at
The
all.
network is not gonna care about her feelings when it comes down to that money. But
Either bring her on or lose the show.
I believe you have to marry her in order to get her on the show.
Hmm.
Say you believe they are already married.
Yeah, I actually believe
It's a
they're
couple.
already married.
It's a couple
Hmm.
of content creators said they believe they are married.
But you got it from here first, right? From day one.
Absolutely. You already put this little thing going. If you win, I got you. You know, if you don't choose her, well, I already lost because him and Shereé ain't together.
Uh-huh.
But if he marry her and bring her on the show, I lose.
That's it. That's it. And that's why I said there and say, you could see exactly how all this stuff play out because these people are telling, their reality, even though they're showing us just a snippet. But we all can relate to all this, right? We've been through all this.
Yeah, we've been
And
through it.
pretty much nothing is new in the sun. You know exactly how all this right here is going to play out.
Yeah, yeah. Now that will put a paycheck in her pocket, get her out of his pockets. Yeah, I could see him. The marrying part. She's not gonna want a divorce. He's gonna be stuck with her. You know,
And look what this I didn't see this one right here, Darlene McGriff. I mean, I just pray for these people. They say that's why Melanie is so blessed. She has so much hate and jealousy.
no,
Every last one of them, I think every last one of them is doing good. To me, Melanie look like, everything that she touches is falling in somebody else's hands. Why you guys don't see stuff like this? Melanie, the business in somebody else's hand, the children, the husband. And I'm not trying to be mean, but for you guys to use hate and jealousy of Melody and saying that's why Melody is so blessed. Like I said, Melody is, I don't see nothing that she's doing with the rest of them. Make it make
I'm
sense.
trying to figure out why they feel like she's so blessed because she's making money. She
I
lost.
don't, and the rest of them making money too.
I mean, she lost her husband.
Thank
Somebody
you.
else got her husband. Her kids are being raised by another woman basically halftime. What the hell is she so blessed?
And see, because the thing about it is that they are looking from the outside in. They looking at Melody having 7 different businesses. First of all, I'm a businesswoman. You don't need 7 different businesses. You understand what I'm saying? All you need is maybe 1 or 2 good business. That's it. When you getting 7 businesses, just like Marcel said, you're trying to find to see what's going to stick. You understand?
I'm still trying to figure out how do they feel like she is so blessed.
That's what I want to know.
Because she got these little crazy outfits on. She got 10 yards of weave in her hair.
That's what I think.
Crazy.
Because we are a person that we look at the outer person, the outer appearance of a person. We look at their glory, but we don't know their story.
Well, actually, she doesn't have any more than anybody else on the show.
Absolutely. But they looking at her glory.
Stormy has a whole mansion
Thank you.
and a business, a
And thank
husband,
you.
a baby, and a thriving business. How is a Melody so more blessed than either of the other women?
And don't
Tisha
stop
has,
there. What Tisha got? What Tisha and Marcia got?
number one, they're married. Their family is whole. They have a home. They have a business. They're making money. They're on the show. Melody don't have no. She's no more blessed than the rest of them.
Thank you. And if I'm not mistaken, and like I say, nobody is being jealous. But what do Melody have? Melody don't even own that home. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna say allegedly, they say the home belongs to the Fletchers too.
Yeah, it's one of Fletcher's homes that he's renting to her. So how
Thank
in the
you.
hell does she have? If she's so blessed over the rest of them? It's
Thank
so
you.
crazy.
So
Bro,
why can why did they come in and they got to say people are jealous of Melody because she's so blessed?
ain't nobody that she has no more than the rest of them have. In fact, she has less.
And I don't think she have nothing because and like I say, guys, you aired out, you are free game. Melody don't even have her full custody of her children.
Right. She has 50-50 custody of her kids. Her husband is with somebody else. Teacher, Kimmy, and Stormy have husbands. They have a full home. They have a family. How the hell do they think Melody is so much more blessed? Oh, because she can jump on a plane and go where she want to go when Martel got the kids. She
That's
put
it.
crazy looking outfits on.
Thank you. Looking like a big old Christmas tree with tinsels.
Yeah, all of them wear pretty dresses. I
Thank
didn't think that
you.
dress was pretty that she had on. It looked crazy to me.
No, it looked like a she looked like a giant size Christmas tree with over so many tinsels.
I
You
mean,
know,
they
I
need to,
didn't like it at all. But nobody's jealous.
in order for me to fall for that BS, somebody gonna have to show me how they figure present something showing her being more blessed than the other women on the show.
And I gave them the opportunity. Believe me, you must have heard me in the spirit because I say if I ever do a debate when it comes to love and marriage and husband, I would like to do it with you and I against whomever because we're gonna call it like it is. We stand on our truth.
I mean, they gonna just like this woman just said, Melody is so blessed and she's so hated. No, she's not blessed.
And
She's
we are giving you guys the opportunity. We could set up a panel, maybe not tonight, but whenever you guys are ready, and we can debate with you guys when it comes to this because it's like everybody think that they hate no Melody. Are they jealous of Melody? I, jealous of what?
yeah, I don't get it. I so
Jealous of what?
because she gets the opportunity to model those clothes that Jay Bolden.
Got to be, got to be.
That's crazy.
Because when it comes to our people, we all in imagery anyway. It's all about the appearance,
Right. I mean, well, some
So
people,
that's the only thing that I can think of.
some of the outfits that she modeled are beautiful outfits.
Hmm.
Hell, somebody else making money off of those are Jay Bolden's creations,
Somebody else designs.
his designs. Come on, she ain't got no more than Stormy got her, no more than Tisha got.
That's
In fact,
it.
that's less because they have a husband, they have a whole family,
That's it.
and 9 times out of 10, when they go to bed at night, they with their husbands.
That's
Who
it.
cares for her but a bunch of warm pillows? Come on
That's
now.
it. That's it.
You
And
know,
look, we got one more minute, but this is what I'm going to say right here, and you can go ahead and close it out. everything that Melody had put her hands on, someone else is enjoying it. Now she's helped start this show. Who is coming in and most likely going to bring those ratings up? The one that she hated the worst. She hated the worst. So, like I said, you never win when you play dirty.
I believe, honestly, and this is my opinion. If he marries her, Ariane, and brings her on that show, the ratings are gonna shoot up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So ain't nobody jealous of Mel because to me, she losing, just like Logic said. The family, the businesses.
Right.
Now the show is, on the line.
Yeah, the show is basically
Because
in
pretty
limbo
much.
because the ratings are so low. It could be the OWN could cancel that show at any time. I mean,
Thank
Congress is
you.
about to bring out a new show.
Yeah. And if she's not fussing, arguing with Martel, who else gonna sit and argue with her?
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna let Mel just belittle them like she do Martel.
Ain't nobody jealous of her.
So ain't nobody jealous of Mel.
Absolutely. Don't nobody want to be in her shoes. Okay.
N- Most definitely.
Don't
Cause
nobody on that show. You are. Don't nobody want to be in her shoes.
and I'm not hating. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not hating at all. But who wants to be in her show to know that the woman that said that and took your man is now sharing your children? Make it make sense.
Come on. Don't nobody want. Don't nobody want that position.
And I'm not trying to be funny, guys. This is real talk.
Ain't nobody jealous of that. Nobody. Yeah.
And this is real talk.
Who would want to be jealous of that?
That's
No.
it.
Wake up.
That's it. That's all I can say,
Come on.
girl.
To that mess.
Yep. So we gonna close it out, girl. I enjoyed you. If you got something else you want to talk about tomorrow, just email me or just come on. You are welcome to come on. I would love to do a debate. And whoever like I say, want to come on and challenge us. Like I say, the only thing we could do is what we can say is what they put out, right? Lodge.
I'm down because I'm gonna speak my truth.
That's it.
You get the email. I see you got the email that I sent you.
Yeah, I had. Yeah, I received it. Oh, that. I mean, I can't believe what they did to that girl.
Yeah. Do you
That
know
is
her?
horrible.
Do you remember?
Hmm.
Do you remember her?
I don't remember. I was trying to find a channel. Is a channel still up?
I haven't seen it in a while.
Wow, I can't believe that. But that's just to show you these people are very vicious over these people that don't even care about them. People see them on the street. Most likely, they wouldn't even piss on your tail or even put the fire out.
Yeah, that's the same thing
But
she
yet they're
said.
breaking their neck behind these people.
Yeah. But if you type her name in, you might be able to pull up some of her old posts.
Uh-huh.
And you can hear what she said and how she felt and how she was treated. But anyway.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so girl, we're gonna go ahead and close it out, okay?
Oh
And
yeah.
and I really enjoyed you, girl. But we done been on here for 2 hours. Don't even look like we've been on here 2 hours.
When you're having fun,
That's it. That's all. That's what it's all about.
time
Fun.
goes by fast.
Enjoy what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Unless these people got to be paying me some big bucks. Big bucks.
All right, Lady D, I'm gonna let you go.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm finna close it down too.
Okay. Bye
All
bye.
right. Be blessed, Sarah. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Thank you guys for coming on and being a part of my life. And like I said, at the end of the day, this right here is for entertainment purpose only. I do not take this personally. I'm just here, just giving you my honest review. And like I said, one thing about me, I try to stand on my truth, and it is what it is. The only thing that we can talk about is what they put out. You wear it out, you are free game. So whatever you guys want to go ahead and say, long as you stay on topic, feel free. Thank you, Phyllis Crawford, Darlene McGriff, even though she's saying people are jealous and hating, but that's your opinion. I don't take it personally because I don't know these people. What's up, W Elton? Thank you, Starbucks, for coming on, and always holding the sister down. But like I said, guys, it is what it is. So you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you again for coming on. And however you feel led, go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content.